Hello everyone and welcome to my class. In this video, we're going to learn about the verb to be in the simple present tense and in the simple past tense. Before we talk about the verb to be, let's remember the subject pronouns. I, you, she, he, it, we, you, and they. Now, let's learn the suitable verb to be for each pronoun. I takes am. For you, the suitable verb to be in the simple present tense is are. You are. She is. He is. It is. We are. You are, and they are. Let's start with the affirmative form. What's the affirmative form? The affirmative is the positive sentence that starts with subject plus verb to be plus complement. It means the rest of the sentence. As we have in the example, I am, the suitable verb to be is am. We have to keep in mind that only I takes am. I am in grade 6. In the second example, they are American. Are is the suitable verb to be that they takes. They are American because they is plural, so we say they are. The chair is behind the table. The chair is a singular noun, so it takes is. Now let's move to the negative form. The negative form is the same as the affirmative, but the only thing that we have to do is to add not after the verb to be. So the form of the negative sentence is subject plus verb to be plus not plus complement. It means the rest of the sentence. As we see in the example, I am, we added not after am, after the verb to be. I am not in grade 6. It was in the positive form. In the affirmative form, I am in grade 6. In the negative form, it becomes I am not in grade 6. The second example, it was they are American in the affirmative form. In the negative form, it becomes they are not American. We added not after the verb to be. The same as the third example, the chair is behind the table in the affirmative form. In the negative form, we added not after the verb to be. It becomes the chair is not behind the table. And now, the interrogative sentence. The interrogative sentence is done by changing the affirmative sentence into a question. Let's go back to the affirmative sentence. To make an interrogative sentence, we invert the subject and the verb to be. So it becomes the verb to be at the beginning of the sentence plus subject plus complement plus we don't want to forget to write a question mark. So the first example was I am in grade 6 in the affirmative form. It becomes am I in grade 6? So we inverted the subject with the verb to be, and it becomes an interrogative sentence. It becomes a question. Am I in grade 6? The second example, are they American? The third example, is the chair behind the table? So when we want to make an interrogative sentence, we invert the subject with the verb to be, and don't forget to write a question mark at the end of the sentence. And now let's move to the past tense. So the verb to be in the present, am becomes was in the past, is in the present becomes was in the past, and are in the present becomes were in the past. So let's see with the subject pronouns I, you, she, he, it, we, you, and they. I takes was, because am becomes was in the past. You were. She was, because is becomes was in the past. He was. It was. We were. You were. And they were, because are becomes were in the past. And now let's talk about the forms of the verb to be in the past. They're the same as in present. We have three forms: affirmative, negative, and interrogative. But instead of writing am, is, are, we write was and were. So the affirmative form of the verb to be in the past, same as in the simple present: subject plus verb to be plus complement. Example: I was in grade 5. They were outside. Sarah was his teacher. And now the negative form, same as we said before, we should add not after the verb to be to form the negative sentence. Let's see the example. I was not in grade 5. So we added not after the verb to be. I takes was, because am becomes was in the past. They were not outside. So they takes were, because it is a plural pronoun. And Sarah was not his teacher. Sarah is a singular noun, so it takes was in the past. Never forget to add not after the verb to be in the negative sentence. Now let's move to the interrogative sentence, same as we said before. So the interrogative sentence is done by inverting the subject and the verb to be of the affirmative sentence. So it becomes verb to be plus subject plus complement plus we add the question mark. Let's see the example. The first example in the affirmative sentence: I was in grade 5. When we invert the subject and the verb to be, it becomes was you in grade 5? The second example: were they American? And the third example: was Sarah his teacher?